superstar. Whip. I'm too classy, fuck this world. Forever, I'm that girl. Feed you diamonds and pearl. Oh, baby, I'm too classy to be touched. I pick them all in dust. I've sent you in my love. Oh, baby, you are.
What's up, guys? My name is Keshante Chantel, and welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, hey girl. If this is your first time, hey girl. I am a makeup artist, beauty influencer, blah blah blah. I'm here to give you guys this flawless makeup application, and we are going to just pretty much go through everything step by step. This is a makeup tutorial that a pro can use, a beginner can use, and I just feel like if you are interested in watching makeup tutorials, then this is going to be the video for you. So we are going to just go ahead, jump into the makeup tutorial, because guys, like, look at this beat. Look at this beat. Okay, so let's get to it. So this video is going to be slightly long, not too long, but long enough to compact everything that you will need. 101 makeup basics, everything that you can think of that you might want to learn. I feel like YouTube has kind of gotten away from that whole sit down, watch a makeup tutorial just kind of vibe. And granted, I like doing vlogs, I do, but you know, makeup has always been the root and the heart and the start of this channel. So I haven't done it in a while, and I want to play in makeup. So if that is what you are interested in, that's what we're gonna be doing today. Okay, so I am gonna let you in on some of my everyday products that I use. I might use some products that I just feel like I bought it, I'm using it, it wasn't really worth the hype, but we still gonna use it. And yeah, that's just kind of what we're doing. So I'm gonna start off using my Fenty primer. This is the Pro Filter primer. It is not the matte one, but it's still just as good. So we're gonna start off using that. I've already prepped my skin with Bobbi Brown Hydrating Moisturizer. Vitamin Face Base is amazing, and I have been using it for a while, but I have been loving that one as of lately. So this is the primer that we're using. I don't know about you guys, but something is in the air. Something is going on. I have been sick for the last 5 days, and I've had a cold. It started out with me feeling like super drained, and then it went into like the sneezing and the sinuses. It's not COVID, it's not the flu. I went from having the body aches and XYZ, and other people is getting sick too. So if you have been feeling down and out and just sick, just please let me know if I'm not the only one. I just, whew. I'm gonna combine 2 foundations for this look. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Luminous Foundation, and I'm gonna use the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I will leave what I used in the description below so you guys don't have to wonder. I'm gonna get me a flat top brush, and first of all, I'm just gonna use the back of this just to mix it just a little bit. I know that might seem weird to you, but we're just gonna take what's on the bottom of that, and we're just gonna go ahead, put it on the skin, and then we're just gonna start blending that foundation in. Now this is very, very close to my skin color. Now I have been liking that as of lately. I used to use foundation that was like maybe 1 to 2 shades darker, but I always knew because I could add concealer to it that it would just make up for if it was like way too dark for me. And because we're going for full coverage beat, we are going to add some more. So I still have some more on the back of my hand, but I want to put that more on the cheek area because that is where I like the majority of my coverage. And then you can blend it down into the neck just a little bit, but you should never have to take your foundation all the way down. into your neck. You just don't want that line of separation. Now, I will say this. The UK girlies have the makeup game on lock. I said it. The UK girlies have the makeup game on lock. Trust and believe. Uche Natori, I don't really look at other people's makeup and be like, oh my gosh, I want my makeup to look just like hers. No, baby. I want my makeup to look like hers. I said what I said. Her makeup is flawless. It is amazing. It is beautiful. She does such a really, really good job. And she basically explains everybody wants her makeup look, but you have to understand that in order to get what she has, you have to put a lot of product on. I mean, you're not going to get what she has just using only a little bit of foundation and concealer. So I am going in with my holy grail. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. So here's the thing with your concealer. You are going to only put it right here in the inner corners and extend it just a little bit under the eye. Take it down kind of by the cheek. So see where I put the placement? And then you're going to take the concealer and just kind of wing it out right there. And then you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Now here's the problem that people run into when it comes to concealer. You are going to leave this alone for a second. You're going to leave this alone and you are going to let it dry down and build up coverage just a little bit. And right now I'm putting it on the forehead. So everywhere that I'm placing my concealer is where I want it to highlight. And then I'm just going to put a little bit right here. I normally don't do down the center of the nose, but we're going to do that today. All right, so we are going to let that sit. And we're going to work on eyebrows while this is just like marinating and doing its thing. All right, so next I'm going to take my Anastasia Brow Freeze. This is the styling wax. Next, I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Wiz. So this has like a little spoolie on the end. I like to take that spoolie and just kind of go into the wax a little bit. I'm going to take that Brow Wiz and I'm going to push my brows up. So I'm taking the styling wax and I'm just pushing my brows up with it. It's going to help them to stay in place and also allow me to be able to shape them. There's other stuff that I feel out there that's like way better, because I find that after a while this kind of gives me like a greasy, I don't know, like a greasy look on my brows. But I like what it does in the beginning. I'm going to use the Shape Tape. This is just I have so much concealer, but this is just a random one that I pulled. This is in the shade Light Medium Sand. And I'm just going to start carving underneath the brow just to shape it. And then I'm just going to bring that down. All right, so here is where I said you want to make sure that you keep your concealer in the same place. So the only thing I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start blending that concealer, but I'm patting it into the skin and I'm keeping it in the same place. So I'm not doing the windshield wiper motions. I'm just keeping that concealer where I want it to be, which is right in this area. And then I'm going to take what's at the end and just kind of pat that too. Now granted, this might look a little bit light right now, but we're going to go in and we're going to use a concealer that is even lighter than this. So I'm going to use the Light Peach by e.l.f. So this one is in the camo matte finish. So I'm going to pop that right here. Only on the inner corners though. I don't want to put it anywhere else. I'm only going to put it on the inner corners of the eye. And then next I'm going to go in. This product is discontinued, but you can use pretty much any cream bronzer. This one is by Juvia's Place. It's in the shade Abidjan. I guess that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. And I am just going to take that and do a line that's like right under where we put the concealer. I'm going to put one right here. And then when it comes to the forehead, I just do like a little circle motion like that. And then we're going to get an angled brush. This is a Real Techniques angled brush. It's the sculpting one. And we are just going to pretty much blend the contour. But I'm just starting off by patting it. If you pat it versus doing the circular motions, and of course you can kind of sculpt it the way that you want it to. And we're going for that really snatched look, so I'm gonna pat it, and if I need to add more, I will. So the biggest thing is you don't want to bring your bronzer down too low, because then it just won't look as sculpted as before. So most people will tell you to blend upward, and you can do that too, but right now this is just what is going to work best for me. I also feel like the size of the brush matters too, because if you have a brush that's like way too big, then it's going to put the product like everywhere, whereas a brush that's a little bit smaller is going to allow you to be able to work with it. So now I'm going to take what I have right here in the center, and I'm going to blend that product just upward. Kind of where the bronzer and the contour is going to meet. And I'm not done with my brows, so I don't want y'all to be like, is that it? Because no. I'm going to put a little bit more bronzer on and continue to just kind of blend the two of those together. And if you have to take it a little bit into the hairline, then absolutely do that, because sometimes when you don't, you get like that ring around the face and it can look crazy. And then I will take whatever is left on the brush and just kind of go over the chin area and diffuse that. Now here's the thing, when you get to the nose contour, because yes, we're going to be contouring our nose, I'm taking a Lorac brush. I don't even think the brand exists anymore, but I'm going to take this older brush, and I'm just going to take that product and start from the eyebrow and sculpt down the nose like that, and then do the other side. I feel like when you do the product into the eyebrow, it makes a difference because it's going to look a little bit more natural. And then you just want to blend that. Alright, so next I am going to take, so you see how we have like the little bit of concealer on the inner corners and it's really bright? Now I'm only going to blot that in right there on the inner corner. That's it. I'm just going to keep that product right there. Alright, so this is a very, very important step. I'm going to set my under eye. I'm using Huda Beauty's Banana Bread. So I just made sure that I got some of the product on the inside of the cap. We are going to use a brush for this process, but more importantly, what I want to do is make sure that all of the creases underneath my eyes are blended out, because the moment you set those creases, that's where you get the wrinkles under your eye. So I'm going to start off with a little small fluffy brush. This is from Japanesque. I'm just going to tap into that powder, knock off any excess, and I'm just going to sweep that. I'm just going to sweep that under the eye. So that is just like the first process of the whole baking, is to sweep, to just get the product on, so when we go to stamp it, you don't have to really worry about the product grabbing the moisture and then it just looking really crazy. So you should have, once you do that, you should have a smooth under eye. So I'm going to use that same baking powder. I picked it up on my powder puff. I'm going to tap off any excess on the back of my hand, and now I'm just going to stamp it where I want it to go, and that's just basically under the eye. So once you do that, your under eyes should be as smooth as a baby's bottom. And then I'm just going to set like the forehead, just kind of where I put that concealer, down the bridge of the nose. And I'm also going to set around my mouth. I'm older, so I do get the, I used to call them 11s, but somebody corrected me and said, that's not right. I get the, they're not crow's feet either, damn. What are they? The smile lines. I get the smile lines, so I want to make sure that throughout the day, I am not creasing. So I'm just going to set around the mouth. I just started using this powder. It's supposed to be very comparable to the MAC Mineralized powder. This is by Sephora. It is their Micro Smooth powder. I have the shade 35 Bronze. I just basically use this to set like any areas where the foundation is that have like a little bit of oil to it, or whether it be the bronzer. That is going to give me a more mattified face. It gives me just a little hint more of coverage, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. But the moment I put this powder on, it looks like I have a filter on, and I freaking love it. Like, I absolutely love this powder. For a first purchase, I would definitely be getting it again. And then this is another product that I just brought the other day. This is the bronzer palette from Juvia's Place. I absolutely love it. So I got the, which one did I get? I got the tan one. From my understanding, the other shades, the darker shades, have been sold out online for a little while now from Juvia's Place. So I'm sorry about that if this is something that you want to purchase. As far as being affordable, I can't think of another affordable dupe for this, because this is already only $20 for 2 powders. So hopefully it comes back in stock soon. But I'm just going to go over this to just kind of go over my contour. And I'm just going to start off using just patting motions. And I'm just going to put that kind of right where I had put the cream bronzer. So once I pat it, now I use circular motions just to diffuse any lines, just so it just starts to blend in very seamless. So remember, stamp and then swirl. So I kind of want to know some of your favorite makeup influencers. Like, for those who are new to this channel, I am a working makeup artist. I work for a cosmetic brand. Some of you may or may not have heard, but I work for Bobbi Brown Cosmetics, and I have been with them for about 2 years now. But I've been a makeup artist for over 20 years. And just, it's a very fun job. It's fun when you get to play in makeup all the time and you get to do, you know, pretty much what you love, and I'm all about it. But who are some of your favorite OG makeup artists or makeup influencers from YouTube that you just basically absolutely love? I can tell you my overall OG makeup influencer, or just influencer in general, because like I didn't come along during a time where she was actually doing makeup. I came when she was doing more vlogs. Some of you may have heard of Miss Aaliyah's Face. She is actually my favorite influencer. Such a humble, beautiful, sweet woman. Like, love her. Like, I just love that she is getting everything that she deserves. She works so hard. So she's my OG fave. Reezy is another fave. And as far as makeup, the queen herself, Miss Uche Natori. She is bomb. I just started following her not too long ago. But her makeup is just, she's that girl when it comes to makeup. There's influencers and makeup artists, but she is that, she's that girl. And I absolutely love her. Also, Tom the Infamous. Like, she doesn't get the credit that she deserves. But she is another one. So I'm using a darker shade in this palette now just to build up on the outer parts. Drop your favorites in the comment section below. Maybe it's somebody that I haven't watched that I need to watch. I'm going to take that same powder puff in the Huda powder, and I'm just going to snatch my contour. So this is just going to give it more of a cleaner, precise look. I'm not really going anywhere today, so I want to keep the eyes as neutral as possible. So I'm just going to use this tan shade, the darker one, in this palette. And I'm just going to use that on my eyes. But I want to make sure I don't have like any creases from the concealer. So I'm just going to blend that out with my finger. And then I just have a really fluffy brush. And I'm just going all over my eye with that. We're going to let that sit for a little bit. Now we're going to work on the eyebrows. So my favorite thing to use for my eyebrows is powder. So this is the Anastasia brow powder in the shade Chocolate. This is typically what I use for my eyebrows. So I'm just going to use that to shape the brow. I like it because it keeps it natural. I do use pomade every now and then, but as of lately, I haven't been using pomade, because the brow powder just keeps it pretty natural for me. Just gonna take a brush and where the concealer under the brow and the powder meet, I'm just gonna blend those two together so that it's seamless. So for those of you who have been following this channel, you guys know that this is the GOAT. This is one of my favorite products of like all time. This is the Juvia's Place Volume 4 Pink Blush. It is just so pretty. I feel like if you haven't heard of this, or if you don't own this, then that's probably because you're not a makeup girly. But I think everybody knows about these. So I'm just using that as my blush. I like a really, really pink blush. I think it just looks super girly, super fun. And it just makes up for other areas in the face. Like if you don't like a lot of makeup and don't want to go overboard, then the blush just kind of just gives you what you need. I'm going to use Clinique's mascara. This is the high impact. I'm going to use this just for my lashes. We are going to do falsies, but I like to use this on my lashes first. So I want a little bit more dramatic of a lash. So I'm going in with these lashes from Ayani. You can get them from the Dollar Tree. Now, I don't know if these are available anymore, but I bought them in bulk, so we're just going to be using these pairs. So the glue that I'm going to use for my lashes is very controversial. It is the hair glue. I've been using this for years. When I do clients, absolutely not. I do not use hair glue on a client, but I use it on myself because, one, I'm responsible for me. I'm not telling you you should use it, but this is what I like to use. So we're going to use it. But it is not, from my understanding, it is not eye safe. They make glues that you can use, but this just has always worked for me. So I just kind of feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep rolling. As you can see, it's so easy just to put these on with the hair glue because they instantly go on and they instantly stick. And that is why I personally like using it. And then you can just take the lashes and just kind of push them upwards, and it gives you that cat eye look. And I never have any problems with them taking my eyelashes out. So I'm just going to knock off that excess powder that we put down here. I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown Pitch Black eyeliner and just line underneath. So I'm just going to line my waterline. That is another really, really good eyeliner that it just goes on really smooth, does what it needs to do. So for lips, I'm going to go in with my favorite lip liners. These are the Morphe lip liners. This one is in the shade Trendsetter. And I'm just going to line the top and bottom lip. So this one is a really, really good dupe if you have been using the MAC Chestnut. The MAC lip liners are thebomb.com, but this one was really affordable and I got it from TJ Maxx for like $3.99. So if you ever see any Morphe lip liners in TJ Maxx, get them. This is a lip combination that I have been loving, and I'm just pretty sure once you see it, you're gonna understand why. But this is the Bobbi Brown Luxe lipstick, and this one is in the shade Rosewood. So it's in this really pretty nude color. So I absolutely love this lipstick. It is pale, it goes on beautiful. It is going to look good on everyone. I have put this lipstick on Caucasian women. I have put this on dark-skinned women. I have put this on light-skinned women. It never fails. This is a beautiful color. And I need to get another one. So you just put that on and just blend your lips together. And then I like to take my finger and just kind of diffuse the top. So I'm going to go over this with the Anastasia Deep Taupe lip gloss. And this is just going to give it just a little bit more depth, but I want it to be more shiny. So you can see the color is basically just, the color is the same, but it's just gonna give me the really pretty glossy lip. Anastasia Beverly Hills has the best lip glosses on the market. I don't care what anybody says. I absolutely love their lip glosses. They are beautiful. They gives me what I need. And guys, that is basically it. This is a very, very natural look. That is what we were going for today. If you have stuck around to the end of this video, go ahead and subscribe. And thank you. But this is the look. It's giving. She's beautiful. I absolutely love it. The only thing that I haven't done that I'm going to go ahead and do. Oh gosh. So lastly, we're just going to set. I just picked this up. This is the Jumbo Continuous Prep and Set. It is supercharged with ceramides and antioxidants. This is from Morphe. So this is their setting spray. I just love me a good misty setting spray. But, woo. Guys, that is it. That is all. She is done. She's eating, serving. I'm being dramatic. But yeah, I love it. I absolutely love this look. It's very natural, very, very easy to do. If you follow this step by step, your makeup is going to be seamless, flawless, everything that you want it to be, girl. So thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for tuning in, sticking around, and thugging it out with me, guys. Subscribe for more tutorials, because we're gonna get more into color, more into tutorials. I am going to give you guys vlogs and tutorials, because that's what I like watching. I like watching makeup videos. So as always, thank you so much for rocking with me. I love you guys. Subscribe so we can meet again, and I will see you in my next video. All of the products are going to be listed in the comment section below. See ya.